Marketing update for Battleborn Bride. Take two. I got so tongue-tied that I needed to restart this video today. So let's try this again, shall we? It's an exciting time, and I really hope that this is going to go well. But we are currently 9 weeks and about 2 days out from release of Battleborn Bride, or the wide release at least. The ebook versions are available for pre-order across all platforms now, or all the platforms that we put them out to through Draft to Digital, plus the Amazon pre-order. I currently have 5 Amazon pre-orders, and I will admit, for full disclosure, that JT is one and I am another one. So I have actually 3 pre-orders on there, but we like to pre-order our own books too, just to bump the numbers up a little bit. And that way we we also have our own version that we can read on Kindle, which we can do with EPUB, but that's not the point of this video. So the advanced review copies are available through Book Sirens, and they just did a bundle where they send out a notification about books in specific genres. And my book was included in the historical books you'll love to read, I think it was called, and that bundle came out yesterday. But I currently have 2 people who have downloaded Battleborn Bride from Book Sirens as an advanced review copy. So 2 people are currently reading it. And the way that works is there are 2 ways for me to refer, or there are 2 ways for people to be referred. One is that I refer them directly, and the other is if they get some of the material from Book Sirens that will notify them that my book is available. So if someone downloads a review copy from my link, it doesn't cost me anything. If it's somebody that has been referred by Book Sirens, each download costs me $2, which is not terrible. And I have 100 basically copies, 100 slots in each of those categories. So 100 slots for me to refer people and 100 slots for people who are coming through Book Sirens. So that means I currently have 99 slots available in both my through my link and through Book Sirens. So there's still 198 people can read Battleborn Bride, which would be absolutely awesome if I could get at least, I don't know, maybe half that many and have them review the book before it comes out. That would be awesome, because every review, at least on Amazon, helps drive the book up in the algorithm and it becomes more visible. So of course, also pre-orders help with that as well. Since the book is available in wide release, or the ebook is available in wide release for pre-order right now, I have seen it pop up in bookstores in Italy, France, and Mexico already. Plus, it is available for pre-order through Hoopla and Overdrive in case libraries want to have that ready to go. And then when the book becomes available on October 31st, it would automatically go to the library. Let's see. We are still waiting for the proof copy. I made a few notes so I didn't forget anything. But we're still waiting for the proof copy of the paperback to come from Draft to Digital. The last time JT checked on that, it was still printing. So I'm hoping it starts to ship really soon, because we only have a few more days left of August, and I really want to get my author copies in hand in plenty of time for my October release events. So that's making me a little nervous. I'm hopeful that it will happen soon. I'm also still waiting for my special bookmarks that I ordered with the QR code that links to the Amazon pre-order. They were originally supposed to arrive on August 31st, but they shipped early, and I was supposed to have gotten them yesterday, but they're stuck in California somewhere for some reason. I'm starting to feel a little bit like I'm taking this personally, because after my haunt season debacle and not getting all my haunt season books, I don't know what's going on with shipping. It's just been kind of frustrating, but hopefully those bookmarks will be here soon. And like I've mentioned in previous videos, I will be wearing the t-shirt I got that says, "I'm an author, ask me about my books." I'll be wearing that out in public. If anybody decides to approach me, I'll hand them a bookmark and talk about Battleborn Bride, and we'll see how that goes. like face-to-face word-of-mouth marketing going on there. And it's challenging getting the word out because even though the books are available in wide release already, and it's a little over 9 weeks out until release day, the challenge is me getting people in the places where the book is available to know that the book is available. So that brings me to my to-do list for the next few weeks. One of the things I still need to do is prepare my media kit and get that ready to go out to our local newspapers, our local TV stations that do morning shows, and any news aggregates in our area. I also am planning to create a page that people can refer to that will provide information on where they can get more details about the things I write about in the book. So it will have URLs to sites that I used for my research on Battleborn Bride, and obviously it will link to the Nevada State Archives and talk about the materials they have available there. And I'm planning to put together a series of questions kind of as a just something that teachers might be able to use in their classrooms if they choose to use my book, because that way they don't have to personally read the book themselves in order to determine what kinds of questions would be appropriate for the material that I've included in the book. So I will have a page that has questions for students, and then I'll have a page for anybody who's just interested in learning more about the history of the time, the history of Carson City, the history of the state of Nevada, the history of Victorian mourning customs, and things like that. So that's going to be something that I need to work pretty diligently on over the next 9 weeks, because I hope to have that live in time for the book release on October 31st. Let's see. I already said that we're waiting for the proof. So once we get that, we'll need to approve it, make sure everything looks good, and then hopefully we will be able to immediately order our author copies, because having the proof in hand doesn't necessarily mean that that proof will look good enough for us to approve it. If we have to fix anything, then we have to wait for another proof copy to arrive. So I'm hopeful that the first proof will be good and that we can move forward so that I can get those author copies in hand soon. Let's see. I need to finalize everything that I plan to do for my book release events. Now, I do have the one specifically scheduled for October 18th at the Riverside Gallery in Reno through the Sierra Arts Foundation. So I'm going to be doing a release day event there, and I will be providing more information about that as we get closer, but I need to figure out exactly what I'm doing at that event. I want to put together kind of a little bit of a presentation and do a few special activities related to my book to kind of draw people's interest, because it can be hard to get people to come to these events, especially when there are so many other things going on. I don't know that there's much happening that particular weekend. I should probably check the local events calendar just to see, but I'm also going to try to promote that event, and I will hopefully have my books available, because if I don't, I'm going to be a little upset. But part of the point of having these big book release events is to get people in, get them interested, get them early copies of the book. So, it's only a couple weeks before the actual release day, and I don't know that anybody would actually have the time to read and review the book in just a couple of weeks, but it is possible because it's not a really dense book. So I'm really pushing as hard as I can to get some reviews up before the book releases to see if I can kind of drive it up through the algorithm. Let's see. I'm going to continue doing things like this, where I'm doing Battleborn Bride specific videos to talk about the book, talk about the history, show some of the places that I talk about in the book, since obviously I set it here in Carson City. This is a perfect opportunity for me to show people around my local community and talk about what has changed and what has remained the same since 1863, because it is fascinating how many of the buildings that were in existence at that time are still around. We do have a very nice historic district over on the west side of town. So I will be doing a series of videos related specifically to that. And when I post those videos, they will obviously have links to more information about Battleborn Bride, places where the book can be ordered or pre-ordered. depending on when the person sees the video. If they see it when it goes up during the pre-order period, hopefully that will lead them to want to read the book. And I also plan to do some probably Substack posts because I do have a Substack that I haven't really been using recently. I think it's been months since I've actually posted a Substack on there and not just a note. I'm kind of using it more like a Twitter or a Blue Sky type of situation where I just write a quick note and provide information, like the fact that Book Sirens had included my book in a bundle. So I'm going to continue writing about my book, talking about my book. Some things that I haven't written down that I'm considering is maybe seeing if I can get myself booked on a podcast as a guest. Obviously, JT and I can talk about it on our podcast. We could do another episode of the Nevada Author Network because we are both members of the CR Arts literary community. So that's possible. We can do it on our regular podcast also. And I can see if there are other podcasts that might be willing to talk to me sometime in the next 9 weeks. I know a lot of podcasts do book out well in advance, so it may be too late for that, but it is something I can try. And another thing I can consider doing is maybe a virtual release week book tour to see if there are, influencers, I guess you would say book influencers, see if any of them might be interested in talking about my book during release week or in the days leading up to my release. I'm not sure how that works, and in the amount of time I have left, I don't know if that's going to happen, but it is another opportunity that I can consider as we move forward with this. So that's where we're sitting at a little bit over 9 weeks out from the release of Battleborn Bride. This is the most thought and energy that we've put into releasing any of our books so far. And depending on how these things work out, we can use them to inform our future releases so that we know what works best for us. And hopefully I can get a little bit more attention. Like I said, I have 3 official pre-orders on Amazon, and 2 people currently have my advanced review copies, and I hope to get reviews from them. It's not guaranteed that everybody who reads an advanced review copy actually leaves a review, but it is hopeful that that may happen. And the more interest that I can drum up in the book beforehand, the better. And I'm really looking at October as a big time to promote this book locally, because with everybody thinking about Nevada Day coming up, there will be a lot of talk about Nevada Day. We do things like in Carson City, obviously like the parade, but there's also, they do kind of a local scavenger hunt where there are questions about the history of Nevada and things related to Nevada statehood and things like that. And there is a prize for that. So I can't probably get myself involved in the scavenger hunt, but through the scavenger hunt, maybe I can get people to be interested in what I'm putting out there. So I'm hopeful, fingers crossed, that all of these marketing efforts will bear some fruit. It will be nice if I actually do end up getting some reviews, getting some pre-orders, getting some visibility, and maybe this will be the book that helps kind of move us to the next level in our journey as a little publishing company, because we are starting to get some attention, but it takes a lot of time and effort to, kind of make your way up the various levels of that attention. So we're going to continue doing what we can. JT is not really promoting anything of his right now because he has a lot of works in progress, but he doesn't have anything coming out anytime soon. So our focus is all on Battleborn Bride right now. And between the two of us, we'll see how we can do in getting the word out about this book. If people started pre-ordering it from other countries, that would be awesome. I would absolutely adore that. I know there are some people who are fascinated by Western history. When Bonanza, the TV show, was on, I believe they had a big following in Germany or something like that. And, I don't know if I could promote this to fans of Bonanza, because there are still some of them out there. And some of the things that I talk about, like Mark Twain, for example, Mark Twain, I think, was mentioned in probably more than one episode of Bonanza. And, talking about Virginia City and Carson City, those are mentioned in Bonanza. So that's a base that I can appeal to. I can appeal to people who are fans of Western history. I can appeal to fans of things like the Civil War. Even though I don't go into great detail about the Civil War in the book, different battles are mentioned, and it's kind of in the context of what's happening in Carson City at that time. So you can put it in relation to what's happening in other parts of the country. And obviously, fans of Mark Twain. I mean, there are some very avid fans, I guess, of Mark Twain. So I do have ideas about I can market this book to. I need to find out where I can find these people in order to get the word out. And I'm hoping maybe the local schools might be interested, not necessarily elementary age, but high school and up, and see if I can kind of do things like talks in schools. That would be a lot of fun in the local colleges. We do have a college here in Carson City, Western Nevada College, and both JT and I are alumni. And that actually brings up a good point. I could contact the college and let them know about my release, and maybe they would allow me to do something in conjunction with them, because they do have people who are taking Nevada history in the fall semester, I believe. I think they offer it every semester. So that's another potential opportunity. JT and I are alumni of both Western Nevada College. We went when it was called Western Nevada Community College, but now they're offering 4-year degrees. And we are alumni of the University of Nevada, Reno. So those are another potential opportunity to get the word out. And as you can tell, it's kind of a delicate scenario in trying to pick and choose the most appropriate places to find your connections. And I'm working as hard as I can. I'm working as diligently as possible to make as many connections as possible as before the book releases, because I'm trying to make a splash with my release week for real this time, which we have not tried to do in the past. So if you're someone who has stumbled across this video and you've watched it all the way through, I do appreciate you taking the time to sit down with me. If you are an aspiring author, I hope you will consider following along on this journey. I have a lot of videos posted for this year. Not all of them are specifically writing related, but I do have playlists where I fast drafted Battleborn Bride earlier this year. I have videos about my editing processes. And I am going to have a full marketing playlist for this book. So if you'd like to follow along, please subscribe. You can go to those specific playlists if that's all you'd like to be checking out. But it will be fun to have other people follow along on this adventure. And hopefully you can see what I am doing, see what might work for you, see what mistakes I might be making so that you don't make them. And I'm trying to help writers write, which is part of our mission here at Two More Books, LLC. We've got a plane flying over. So I'm also doing daily videos on my Life of a Writer 2026. It does deal a lot with my writing life, but also other things that I'm doing. I will have probably a playlist that is specific to the events that I am doing. At this point, I haven't done a lot of videos at events. It can be a little bit challenging, but I'm hoping to get more footage of when I'm out doing things other than sitting in my house talking. So, and I will have some playlists about the history behind Battleborn Bride. So there will be a lot of information to check out in the coming weeks. There are a lot of videos to check out previously. You can also check out our podcasts. We have the CC and JT Amateur Hour, which we do every Sunday. And we also do the Nevada Author Network in conjunction with the Sierra Arts Foundation and the Sierra Arts Literary Community. Those are posted whenever we get a new person, but we do have a lot of authors already up, and that can be found at our website at twomorebooks.com. That's TWOMOORE books.com. If you want information just generally about my husband and I'm married to JT Hume, who is a fellow author. He has quite a few more books out than I do at this point in time. So you can find out a lot more about us by going to our regular website at carsonhume.com. And that links to all of our other information, our social media, our podcasts, and our bookstore, which can be found directly at carsonhume.square.site if you would like an autographed paperback. We also have things like we're working on kind of getting swag. So we do have a book bag at this point in time, but we may be adding things like stickers and other little items related to our books going forward. But we've been a little bit busy with the whole book thing and haven't quite gotten there yet. So we'll see how that goes. But I do hope you will follow along. And I do, again, thank you for watching this video so far. I hope you're having a wonderful day and week, and I will talk to you again soon. I'm Cassidy Carson, and this is The Life of a Writer. Take care.